Every once in a while, we should stop and take a moment to evaluate ourselves. Let's talk about getting your body into shape. It's not every day that we introduce a new body style, so I figured that this was a good opportunity to walk through how we build our forms. For each body style, we use 4 different forms or templates. The first in the set is the bending form. This is for a Fox style bending machine that allows us to bend the sides. Once those sides are bent, if we're doing a laminated set of sides or a double layered set of sides, we use this, which is a solid set of forms that can be used for gluing the sides together, and we put this inside of a vacuum bag. Once the sides are all bent and shaped, we'll use this. This is the holding form, and this will keep all of the sides together as needed. And then once it's in there, when we do the bracing on the back and the top, we'll use an acrylic template. And the acrylic template has a set of locator pins that are used in conjunction with the holding form so that we can get everything in perfect alignment. Our holding forms are made from 4 pieces of plywood that are CNC cut. We also use this mortise and tenon style of joint to keep everything together nice and tight. We utilize 4 holes in each set or stack, and that is used to align everything as we glue it together to keep all of the plates, the pieces together in perfect alignment. We just take a 1/4 inch dowel rod and push through those holes to keep everything nice. Additionally, we have these other 4 holes in the top and the back set. That gives us the ability to use the alignment locator pins in the acrylic templates. Additionally, in the middle of all of that, we cut a 1/4 inch channel in both of these sets that allows us to bring everything together and thread a 1/4 inch threaded rod through there, place bolts on the end or nuts on the end of there, and draw everything together tight. Oh, we've been talking about CNC cutting these, but let me show you something. This is my very first set of forms that I built for my first guitar. I built these before I ever had a CNC machine. It's nothing more than 5 pieces of plywood that were glued together in 2 rectangular blocks. And then I took the design that I had on some poster board, cut it out, and transferred it onto those blocks and just cut it out on a bandsaw. You know what? It worked really well. I built a great guitar from these set of forms. Oh, and check out how like the under waist here, kind of tight corners in here. So I took a piece of copper wire and I bent it over my leg and I transferred that into the design. So this truly was a custom guitar build that was fit just for me to fit onto my leg. It was pretty neat. It turned out really cool. For the bending forms, it is just 2 pieces of plywood that have had pockets cut in each side to accept these 3/4 inch aluminum tubes. The tubes function as supports underneath of the spring steel that is used to sandwich the heating blanket and the side in the Fox style bending machine. Once that all gets drawn together and tightened, this is very light and rigid. The laminating forms are the simplest. It's just 6 pieces of plywood that are glued together to form a rigid block that we can use inside of a vacuum bag to hold the pieces together when we're laminating 2 sheets and keep the form of the guitar. Now I should mention that both the bending form and the laminating form are offset from the holding form. This is offset by 2.5 millimeters on the bending form so that you can account for the thickness of the outside. And then the laminating form is offset then another 2 millimeters so that as you put both sides together and laminate them, you're keeping everything in dimensional shape so that when you put it back in the form, everything's gonna stay right where it needs to be. Now, the most complicated set of forms are the acrylic templates. These are designed at the same time that we do the rest of the bending forms, but cutting acrylic can be a challenge. I have a friend of mine who does these with a 120 watt laser, and so he does all of my acrylic template cutting for me. You can cut these on a CNC machine. Mine's not quite fast enough to cut them without melting the acrylic. There are a lot of great form designs out there. Mine are certainly not the most innovative, but I don't know, maybe you'll find something about them that helps you as you design your next set. Like most things in lutherie, you start with something and then you make it your own. But just remember, keep your body in shape. I'll catch y'all next time.